Do you ever find yourself drawn to someone who clearly shows signs of liking you, but somehow you never feel like you're fully part of their life? I've been there more times than I care to admit. At first it feels magical, the late-night texts, the sudden attention, the way they look at you like you matter. You start believing maybe this is the real thing. But then the wall comes up. They step back. The messages slow down, and you're left staring at your phone, wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I push too hard? I used to obsess over that question, scrolling through conversations to pinpoint the moment it all shifted. Eventually, I learned something that changed my perspective. Sometimes the problem has nothing to do with you. Someone can like you, even love you, and still be emotionally unavailable. They don't push you away because you aren't enough. They push you away because closeness feels dangerous to them. When people are emotionally unavailable, it's rarely because they don't care. Most of the time, it comes from deep-rooted experiences, childhoods where emotions weren't safe to express, heartbreaks that taught them vulnerability equals pain, or simply years of practicing distance as self-protection. I remember being with someone who swore they loved me, but somehow always kept me outside of their inner world. We could spend hours together, laugh endlessly, even share physical closeness. Yet I still felt like a stranger at the door of their real self. It was confusing, even painful, because the affection was there, but the connection wasn't. Later I learned about attachment styles, and suddenly, it clicked. Some people crave connection and fear it at the same time. They long for intimacy but panic when it gets too real. And if you're on the receiving end, you'll always feel the push and pull until you recognize what's happening. Over time, I began to notice patterns, red flags that now stand out clearly to me. One is love bombing, when someone floods you with affection at the start, making you feel like the most important person in the world, only to vanish emotionally once commitment enters the picture. Another is when intimacy stays purely physical. They'll kiss you, hold you, or even sleep with you. But when you try to open up about fears or dreams, the shutters come down. I've been in situations where work became their excuse, endless deadlines, late nights. I'm just too busy becoming the wall that kept me out. Then there's the defensiveness. You ask about their feelings, and instead of honesty, you get blamed for being too needy or too dramatic. Some intellectualize everything, reducing love to just chemicals in the brain, treating it as an equation instead of an experience. And sometimes they admit they've never truly been in love, not because the right person never came along, but because emotional closeness has always felt unsafe. Each of these behaviors may look different on the surface, but underneath, they all speak the same truth: fear of vulnerability. The hardest lesson I had to learn is that you cannot love someone into emotional availability. No amount of waiting, no amount of proving your loyalty, no amount of pouring your energy into them will change the fact that they're not ready if they haven't chosen to be. I used to think, if I just stay, if I just love harder, they'll see how serious I am and open up. But that never worked. What I eventually learned to do was communicate my needs clearly, say what I needed without apology. I learned to set boundaries, to stop shrinking myself just to avoid scaring them away. I started watching actions instead of words. Did they actually make an effort to meet me halfway? Or was it always me doing the heavy lifting? And when the answer was clear, I forced myself to walk away even when it hurt. Choosing myself didn't feel selfish anymore. It felt like survival. Because the truth is, love isn't supposed to drain you or make you question your worth. If you find yourself in a relationship where you constantly feel unheard, unseen, or kept at arm's length, let me remind you, you deserve a love that feels safe, reciprocal, and real. Their inability to open up is not proof that you're unlovable. It's proof that they're not ready. And while it's tempting to wait forever hoping that one day they'll change, your life is too valuable to spend standing outside someone else's locked door. The more powerful question to ask yourself is, are you emotionally available? Because sometimes we're drawn to unavailable people as a mirror of our own fears. If that's the case, it's not about fixing them, it's about healing yourself. Don't wait for someone else to make room for you. Choose yourself first. The love you're searching for will find you when you're ready, and it will meet you with open arms, not closed walls. So I'll ask you, have you ever recognized these signs in someone you loved, or maybe even in yourself? Share your story in the comments, and if this gave you clarity, don't forget to like and subscribe to Hi Day Psych. Together, we'll keep uncovering the truths about love psychology and what it really takes